Garett Kirts is a cold-blooded killer who murdered Nicole Bowen by strangulation using an extension cord. On the 13th of January 2021, he was sentenced to 55 years in prison for the crime. Nicole's body was found in a shipping container or hunting shack on March 29, 2019 in rural Jefferson Township, just 2 miles northwest of Kentland. Kirts, along with his ex-girlfriend Ashley Garth and a group of others, intended to murder Nicole Bowen because she was going to reveal their methamphetamine operation, according to Garett Kirts.
A second person arrested in connection to West Lafayette native Nicole Bowen's homicide has been sentenced. Garett Kirts will spend 55 years behind bars for his crime.
Bowen was murdered in March of 2019. Court documents say Kirts strangled Bowen to death and left her in a storage shed. News 18's Anna Darling was in the Newton County Courthouse today as Kirts received his sentence.
It was an emotional day for Nicole Bowen's family as they finally got the chance to address the main suspect in her murder case. Now, the prosecution and the defense agreed upon a 55-year sentence for Garett Kirts as part of his guilty plea agreement. And while the family understands the legal process of the agreement, deep down, they feel it's not enough. Kirts kept his eyes on the defense table for much of their testimony. Bowen's family brought pictures to display in the courtroom and had a slideshow of photos playing the entire time. Bowen's aunt spoke first for the family. She remembered her niece as someone who was goofy, smiling, and singing all the time. She said she was a wonderful mother to her 2 young boys. Nicole's mother, Cheryl Samuels, remembered the pain of having to tell Nicole's sons about the death of their mother. She said Kirts is a, quote, sick, troubled, and cowardly person. Both women say they do not forgive Kirts and wished that his punishment was more harsh. Kirts did not give a statement to the court, and his defense attorney said in a brief statement that this case is an example of the negative effects substance abuse can have on a community. Find a full account of what happened today in court later tonight on our website, WLFI.com. Reporting in Newton County, Anna Darling, News 18.
On the 9th of June 2021, Ashley Garth was sentenced to 48 years for murder, 30 years for conspiracy to murder, and 3 years for assisting a criminal to run concurrently.
Jackass! Woo! Yeah.
Walking out to the barn to be greeted like, "What are you doing, little shit?" Huh? What are you doing, little shit? You think I'm your mom, don't you? Trying to suck on my finger.
Another peaceful day at Garett Kirts' weather forecast. You're gonna walk outside today in White County, and you're gonna sweat instantly. It's hot as fuck.
Garett Kenneth Kirts, or Garett Cowboy Kirts as he likes to be called, seems quite normal from the outside and just a regular southern boy who likes quad bikes, farm life, and having fun. Unfortunately, things didn't work out for him and he became trapped in Indiana's methamphetamine drug scene, along with being in a love triangle which ended in tragedy. The YouTube creator Open Secrets had an extensive phone call interview with Garett Kirts, asking him questions in regards to the Delphi murders and the Nicole Bowen and Ray Hanisch murders.
As you guys can see in this photo, there's 2 pictures of what is the same horse. One was taken from the Inside Edition interview with Ron Logan after the Delphi murders, and the other was directly taken from Garett's Facebook page, and I did have the opportunity to ask him about this, so let's take a listen.
Logan is one of my dad's childhood friends. I've known Ron my whole life.
Of Ron Logan's horse with a horse in your Facebook or something? Like, there's all kinds of things, Garett.
I mean, of course there's pictures of Ron's horses on my Facebook. I mean, I've been out there my whole life.
That's what you said. People are taking that to mean you did it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Fucking ignorant. I don't understand. You know, like, I don't understand how people can say something like that without them knowing that. You know what I mean? There's no evidence that ties me to that. There's no DNA. There's no proof. You know. And honestly, I can't tell you where I was at February 13th or the 14th because I've gotten high since then.
Well, I was gonna say you were using, so you might, you know.
I want to say I was working at Packers because I did have a job at Packers around that time.
What's Packers?
Indiana Packers in Delphi, the hog plant.
Okay guys, I'm gonna jump forward in the interview. We initially were speaking, I had questions regarding former Judge Curtis Fouts So that just kind of gives you some context of what we were conversing up to this point.
Well, really, I mean, the only case I had in Carroll County was a domestic battery with my girlfriend. And
Wait.
Well, I had Curtis Fouts.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, he was my judge, but I don't have court there till August. And, with this case here in Newton County
That's the one I was kind of talking about, but that's not him?
No.
Okay. So you said Moulton, that's someone different.
Moulter is the judge here. And really, I think you should be doing a report on Newton County, because this place is corrupt as a motherfucker, excuse my French.
I am following this wherever it goes. Do you know anything personally? Did he treat you fairly, etc.?
I don't think I was treated fairly, no, because with the circumstantial evidence against me that I had, me and my girlfriend had gotten into it, and, she put her hands on me, I put my hands on her. Basically what it was self-defense. I had bite marks on my back and everything.
Oh,
all I was trying to do is get her off of me.
Well,
I went to jail.
They say that they arrest someone no matter what in domestic, like someone's going to jail. Girl or boy, yeah. So you just feel voiceless, basically.
Yeah, Fouts, because a lot of people think that Curtis Fouts had something to do with those two little girls getting killed in Delphi.
Me from the future interjecting. This was the exact moment in my first interview with Garett that I realized I needed to kind of shift gears and ask more about Delphi.
Personally, I don't think that, I think the whole county, Carroll County, is corrupt anyway, because they do what they want. I mean,
as long as you're the powerful, right?
Yeah, like, my family comes from money, and it seems like they always, like, I had a drug problem, that's the whole reason why this case in Newton County happened, the case in Carroll County happened, I'm a drug addict. And, like, meth ruined my whole life. I mean, look, I'm involved in a homicide because of meth, that's the whole reason why this whole thing happened. And a lot of people, especially Newton County, like, they don't see me for who I am, they just see me for what happened. I mean, with a plea bargain for 45 years, for me to take a polygraph for the homicide in Delphi of those two little girls. And I took a polygraph, and I passed it. Well, one of the questions they asked me, I answered a question, and then they asked me a question, like, back to back. So, like, I was still trying to comprehend, my mind was still trying to comprehend another one, so they said that it was deceptive. So basically what they did, Drinsky, the prosecutor here, said, well, since you didn't pass the polygraph, we're going to take the 45-year plea off the table. So that's what happened. Then my lawyer came to see me about a month ago and told me that they wanted me to sign 60 years or go to trial. Fuck you, I ain't signing 60 years. I'm 22 years old. You think I want to get out when I'm 80? I have no filter, I don't care what anybody thinks what I have. If they don't like it, fuck them. That's how I feel about it. If you have just had any run-ins with Fouts, I mean, Ron Logan, that'd be your best person to talk to,
Do you think that there's a possibility that he was set up by powerful people? You don't have to name who, or even if you don't think so, just honestly.
Yeah, I mean, I do, because they've had it out for Ron, for a long time.
Was it meth? That there were other people involved? I mean,
yeah,
like
well,
everyone?
What happened was, my girlfriend, I mean, I don't see my girlfriend no more. I wish she'd get hit by a car. But what happened was, my girlfriend, I was seeing this girl, because my girlfriend was cheating on me, so I, broke it off her, and I started seeing this other girl. Well, I came up here to get my clothes one night with this other girl, and, she came in, my girlfriend and her ended up getting into a fight, and one thing led to another, and that's how all this shit happened. And she's trying to point the finger at me and act like, she was scared of me and all this.
Garett Kirts continued talking about Ron Logan and that he hung out with his friends at the Monon High Bridge. He mentioned the guy with the hatchet, Daniel Nations, who was an older person of interest after he came on the radar because of a menacing offense on the Colorado trails. He thinks eventually the killer will be caught and mentioned the video is so pixelated you cannot make out who the person is.
That's a good question. Because, they tried to charge that one guy with it. What was his name? They brought him all the way from fucking Arizona or something. The guy that had the hatchet on the bike trail, you know what I'm talking about?
Daniel Nations, maybe?
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
And they were dead set it was him, and then they found out it wasn't, and fucking, I don't know, you know what I mean? I mean, it's a good question, but I think it's only a matter of time until they actually figure out who did it.
Do you have an opinion now that you saw the video if it's older? Because you know how they originally said it was like someone older, and now they say it's 18 to 40 at the time of the murders. Do you think he looks older or younger?
I think he looks older. but the picture's so pixelated, you can't really, you know what I mean? You can't really tell. But see, the way I look at it is, first they said, you know, somebody older, and I had to sketch, and then it's 18. Basically, they changed to see. Honestly, they don't have the slightest clue who did that shit.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, it sucks to think that, but I mean.
What do you think someone like me can do to help? Like, because, I mean, people are trying to, you know, investigate and point fingers. And, I mean, obviously, you know how that is personally. And that's not my thing. What can I do to help it? You know the town, you know.
Well, personally, I mean, the whole town, I mean, they're going against each other. So, I mean, somebody's going to say he did it. Somebody's going to say they did it. Somebody's going to say she did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can't really, you know what I mean? You can't really point a finger and, you know, have like a good conclusion until you actually know, you know what I mean? That's like people pointing a finger at me. All that's based off of conspiracy theories.
It's anybody that is accused or alleged, everybody is, you right now are innocent unless and until proven guilty. That is due process. That's America. So I agree, but people just are scared. I mean, I think about like her sister and stuff, like how terrifying to live knowing that he killed them and he's still out there.
Yeah.
Holy crap, there wouldn't be a big enough Xanax a day for me to handle that.
Garett Kirts also told Open Secrets that he somewhat staged the murder of 49-year-old Ray Hanisch to make it look like an erotic asphyxiation sex game gone wrong. He lured Ray Hanisch using a catfish profile on the dating app Grindr to meet him. The White County coroner's report stated that Ray Hanisch's death was caused by asphyxia by ligature strangulation.
Scary. On your Facebook, someone took a screenshot of it, they put it on Reddit, and it said that a couple days before the Delphi double homicides, so you posted something that said something about like, fuck the cops, I didn't try to pick up a 14-year-old girl. Do you remember that? Or it was in the beginning of 2017.
Yeah, some fucking, if I could have my, you know, somebody on my Facebook, some lady called me and said that fucking somebody said that I tried to pick up her daughter or some shit, and I didn't, you know?
Oh, okay. Did the cops call you about that, or was that just Facebook drama?
No, that was just some lady on Facebook saying that if she didn't fucking, you know, if I didn't bring her daughter back, she's gonna call the cops on me. I was like, call the cops, bitch, because I didn't pick your daughter up.
Okay.
And I can't remember who it was, but that's honestly what that was about. Trying to say that I tried to pick up an underage girl, which I didn't. And I was underage myself, so I'm pretty sure I was, but I don't remember.
If I was so good at what the fuck I do, why would I have been caught for a fucking homicide 2 days after it happened and left my DNA all over the fucking body?
I think that was just...
That was pretty fucking stupid, wasn't it?
I think that it was, yeah. Your DNA was on the body?
On the Coles? Yes.
On Ray's?
Huh?
Never mind. So maybe you guys weren't together then. That would mean why you were withdrawing, not using.
I think she was in Florida. I'm not sure.
In February?
Yeah, I'm not positive, so don't quote me on that. But
to get clean, right?
Yeah, I didn't have to worry about her no more. I mean, I started dating other people when she was in Florida.
Like who?
I fucked around with Amber. Dated a girl named Michaela.
Okay. So you were sleeping around, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, did you give them like the information you remember that you told me, and so they could then go check it out with your family?
Yeah.
Okay.
They went and talked to my dad, went and talked to my mom, all that shit.
I thought when they went to talk to your dad that he said no. I thought you said something like that.
He did. He wouldn't talk to him, but they tried to go talk to him.
Oh, for the alibi.
Yeah. Well, no, they wanted to talk to him about... Because my dad was called in as an anonymous tip, and they went to talk to him at work. My dad said, look, talk to my lawyer.
Well, I'm pretty sure I've narrowed down where I was at. February 7th was my birthday. I was working at Packers.
Is your birthday? You
Yeah.
born in February? Okay.
Yeah, I was working at Packers at that time. I had a girl I was working with named Amber take me to Lafayette to get some spice. She took me back up to my grandma's house. I got all fucked up, didn't go to work the next day. And I went in a fucking spiral, getting fucked up and shit. And I'm pretty sure I was at my grandma's house. And then my mom came and picked me up and then took me back to my Uncle Toby's house so I could fucking,
Garett Kirts mentioned investigators told him his phone pinged near the area on the day of the murders.
Well, that's what you said. Do you think they're asking you because you and your family know Logan?
Well, they asked me, like, they said that my phone pinned on the cell phone tower in Delphi that day and all, but that's bullshit. I wasn't in Delphi that day.
Garett Kirts also mentioned in the Open Secrets interview he was offered a plea deal to take a polygraph test in regards to the Delphi double homicide case, and one of his answers he gave in the polygraph test was considered deceptive, but he mentioned he was confused about the question.
It was a plea bargain for 45 years for me to take a polygraph for the homicide in Delphi of those two little girls. And I took a polygraph and I passed it. Well, one of the questions they asked me, I answered a question, and then they asked me a question like back to back. So like I was still trying to comprehend, my mind was still trying to comprehend another one, so they said that it was deceptive. So basically what they did, Drinsky, the prosecutor here, said, well, since you didn't pass the polygraph, we're going to take the 45-year plea off the table. So that's what happened. Then my lawyer came to see me about a month ago and told me that they wanted me to sign 60 years.
Garett Kirts also mentioned a video recording exists of the murders.
Nick Edwards had fucking videotapes of the shit, and then she heard him talking about it, and then when I asked her about it, she's like, oh, I don't know nothing.
And were you like, why did you just say that then?
Yeah. And then she shut it down, wouldn't fucking talk about it. Someone claimed to have video of it.
What did she say that happened in the video? What's his
I don't know. I didn't fucking ask.
Am I misspeaking? I know sometimes I don't make any.
Garett Kirts also said that it's rumored a person he knows committed the murders, and he did not want to mention their name just in case his family might be put in danger.
Why is that person so anonymous when you're not? You're being trampled all over the fucking planet right now.
I mean, I've done said, but I mean, I can tell you this much. It's rumored through the grapevine that the person I'm talking about was one of the people involved in Delphi, and I'm not going to implicate that person and then get one of my family members killed, if that makes sense.
It had been speculated that person is Jason Palladino or someone related to him. Kirts said Palladino was the ringleader of the methamphetamine group and ordered him and the others in the group to kill Nicole Bowen. Palladino was a person of interest in the Nicole Bowen murder, but he was not charged with any involvement in the crime. He is currently in prison on a methamphetamine possession charge. Another associate of Garett Kirts has been brought up often by a YouTube creator who is adamant he is the person on the bridge. He might share some physical characteristics, but I believe he has an alibi which puts him in a different location at the time of when the murders occurred. I don't know what this cryptic note is meant to mean in regards to the Delphi murders. A YouTube creator overlaid the image over the area of the murders and speculated the person she believes is the person seen walking on the bridge in the Delphi murders video recording is connected to the note because of the initials KD written on the note, which are the same as his. All I see is the Islam star and crescent, a cross, a bomb. KD is the bomb, a smiley face with crossed out eyes, and some random bits of text which could be interpreted in different ways. I guess the star on the bottom left is Ashley Garth's grandmother's house. I don't know how this is supposed to tie in with the double homicide in Delphi. Sleuthers have speculated the theory that Garett Kirts killed the girls is because he and Ashley Garth wanted revenge against Derek German, who some have speculated was an informant. The theory is that Derek German helped Ashley Garth lose custodial rights over her children because he cooperated with the police. I don't believe there's any truth to the revenge theory, and she didn't lose her custodial rights over something Derek German has said.
Hey, away from the truck.
Get the fuck up. Let me get up, bitch. You get up, you got me fucked up, bro. You wanna sit there and talk some shit? Hold on, my shoulder just popped out, bro. Let me get up, my shoulder just popped out, bro.
No, fuck that. He was just saying.
My shoulder just popped out. Hold up.
Shit happens, bro. Like you just said, man. Shit happens, bro. You got some mad respect for you. You respect that.
Damn, dude, my fucking shoulder just popped out. Okay.
Damn, honest, still nice. Shit nothing happens, dude. Is there a doctor? Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, bro. I ain't fighting. Fuck that. Oh, shit, you got me fucked up, bro.
Kirts' mugshot information from October 2017, aged 19, stated his height was 5 feet 10 inches and his weight was 260 pounds. Kirts' mugshot information from 2019 states his height is 5 feet 11 inches and his weight was 198 pounds. I don't know how accurate these are. Maybe he was measured without shoes in 2017 and with shoes in 2019. I think these still images from the video of Kirts play fighting in September 2016 shows he has a larger frame to Bridge Guy, and he also looks taller than his height given on his mugshot information from 2019. I don't believe they share the same body type, even though the video of Bridge Guy is poor and the resolution on both videos and pixel count is different. Do I think Garett Kirts is the person walking across the bridge? No. But at one point I considered him a strong possible suspect given he murdered Nicole Bowen and knows the Monon High Bridge Trail relatively well considering he worked on Ron Logan's farm. He also had connections to Liberty German's father Derek German through the Indiana methamphetamine drug scene. I think he makes a case for being a strong person of interest given what we know about him. Although, I think with the ongoing Anthony Shots information with the Kleins perhaps may rule him out of any involvement in the murders.